You there, welcome to BB35. In today's episode, the voting record was absolutely destroyed by you guys. Today we got 27 votes, 9 more than last time. That is absolutely incredible. We've gone from getting 0 votes in episode 3, we got a total of 0 votes, to getting 27 this episode. Thank you all so much. This is probably the most intense and gripping vote war yet. Well, we begin with the immunity vote. And the 2 people that didn't get a single vote for immunity were Early Bird and Snuggle Bear. Those 2 did not receive a single vote for immunity. So between the 6 people left, the Cat in the Hat and Linus the Lionhearted are the next people to not receive immunity, as they only received 2 votes. After this, Red and Yellow Brighten the Holidays only received 3 votes, so they won't be getting the immunity either. So it is between Dino and Baby Dino, Barney and Charlie Brown for the immunity. And the person who's winning the immunity is Charlie Brown with 12 votes. That is a new record for most votes for immunity. Dino and Baby Dino and Barney, both of the dinosaurs, coincidentally, don't get the immunity as they both receive 4 votes each. Meaning Charlie Brown wins the 2 times immunity token, meaning he's immune for 2 eliminations. He's got Bart Simpson to thank for that, to be fair. Well, we begin with the elimination vote now, and the first contestant safe with 0 votes is Charlie Brown, to absolutely nobody's surprise. The next contestant safe with only 1 vote is Red and Yellow Brighten the Holidays. I was surprised this balloon didn't get more votes, but with 1 vote they survived. The next 3 contestants safe with 2 votes each are Linus the Lionhearted, Dino and Baby Dino and Snuggle Bear. Those 3 will not be getting eliminated today. So it is between Barney, the Cat in the Hat and Early Bird for elimination today. All 3 of these contestants got quite a few more votes than the others on this team, and it was very close between the top 2, that's for sure. But yes, I shall reveal the votes. Barney survives with 5 votes, Early Bird survives with 7, and the Cat in the Hat is eliminated with 8 votes. The Cat in the Hat leaves the game, and he's only survived so long because his group just hasn't been up for elimination at all during the entire contest. Their immunity streak lasted 34 episodes, and now it has come to an end with the Cat in the Hat leaving the game. But who even is the Cat in the Hat? And how did they get a balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Well, after the intro, you will know all about it. The Cat in the Hat is the main character of a self-titled children's book written by Dr. Seuss and first published in 1957. The Cat in the Hat balloon made its Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade debut in 1994, being sponsored by Random House Children's Publishing and also being sponsored by Esprit de Corps for 1995 and 96. The balloon was designed by Manfred Bass, manufactured by Raven Aerostar, was 59 feet high, 40 feet long, 35 feet wide, required 14,500 cubic feet of helium to be inflated, and required 40 handlers to guide him down the parade route. The balloon was designed with close supervision by the late Dr. Seuss's widow, Audrey Giselle. I've probably pronounced that wrong, but oh well. The Cat in the Hat would take flight in a wacky Seussmobile, adorned with a trusty umbrella and a stack of books. The cat's hat measures over 2 stories tall, and he wears a bow tie that is 16 feet wide. The balloon would fly in November 1994 for that year's Macy's parade. During the route, a gust of wind punctured the cat's left arm, but despite the accident, it would continue down to 34th Street without any trouble.
Wow, they were terrific, weren't they, Willard? Now, hurry!
New Jersey.
We've got a premiere for the first time in parade history, the Cat in the Hat, sponsored by Random House. Willard, you're looking kind of like the Cat in the Hat today.
That's because I'm a mouse in the house. Dankeschön. The Cat in the Hat is a smart feline indeed. And he's got an umbrella in case of rain, plenty of Dr. Seuss books to weather any storm. The cat's Seussian contraption keeps him flying high, as you see. And his hat doesn't hurt either.
Willard, we should mention the late Dr. Seuss's widow, Mrs. Audrey Geisel, worked hard to see this balloon come to life. She couldn't be with us today, but we wanted to say Happy Thanksgiving.
We love you, Audrey, and sorry you're not here next year, or we'll come to your house.
This is an amazing balloon, Willard. The Macy's artist created a flying scene, an actual sketch in the sky.
Looks to me like that the Cat in the Hat flew right off the pages and into the air.
That's right, Willard. I wonder how he feels about green eggs and ham on Turkey Day.
I think I'll let that one pass by.
A spectacular Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade live on NBC will return with a holiday performance by Grammy winner Natalie Cole.
In 1995, the Cat in the Hat was named Macy's Holiday Ambassador for the year and was the final parade balloon. To coincide with this special event, a walk-around version of the Cat in the Hat rode atop the Herald Square Express float, leading the line of march. A cold air inflatable was also placed on top of the Macy's 34th Street marquee, which greeted shoppers during the busy and bustling holiday shopping season. A specialty plush toy was also sold at select Macy's department stores across the nation.
Willard, do you know the size of his chapeau?
Yes, the Hamburg of our tabby is bigger than a taxi cabby.
Crazy cat as big as that?
What will that Cat in the Hat do when all this hoopla is through?
Well, Cat will listen to the dial tone, then call on his sousaphone and tell us how he made it, how he had it made in the shade at Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Obviously, Dr. Seuss has nothing to worry about. Willard, from Jamestown, New York, came Lucille Ball, the 10,000 Maniacs, and now the Jamestown High School Red Raiders Marching Band, directed by Lou Deppin.
And the Red Raiders have the special honor of being Santa's escort this year.
The balloon would make another appearance in 1996 without any trouble.
Be the year for anniversaries, and celebrating his 40th, the Dr. Seuss superstar, the Cat in the Hat, and a spree provides this fabulous balloon.
Is it true? What did you say? The Cat in the Hat is 40 today?
Ah, that's right, my dear. It's true, it's true. The Cat in the Hat is as old as you.
But wait, hold on. You're wrong, I fear. I won't turn 40 until next year. But thanks for telling the world, my dear.
Have no fear. I've got to get out of here. Hey, sorry about that. Hey, isn't he the cat? Meow. I mean, with his umbrella, 16-foot wide, bow tie, and when he goes to a meeting at his publisher's cat famous chapeau is 2 floors high. But that's another story. Story.
I get it.
Shoot the writer. Anyway. Writer's half shot now. Anyway.
Despite him gliding through the 1996 parade flawlessly, the next year would prove nearly fatal, and I'm not even taking the mick. The 1997 parade is the most infamous Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade in the history of our existence, mainly for this clip. But Barney wasn't the only balloon to be involved in a major incident and to get completely wrecked during this parade. The Cat in the Hat would also succumb to the winds. The balloon was involved in what is described as the worst and most dangerous accident in the history of the parade. Winds were blowing the night before the parade, but despite these winds being record high, the balloons were not grounded and were allowed to fly.
Macy's Gene McFadden, they're talking about gusty winds for Thanksgiving.
Yep. Wait, but here's the good news. We're prepared. Inasmuch as I don't want to take the win lightly, it is a challenge, and we'll probably sustain more damage than we normally would. But rain, sleet, or snow, this parade is ready to fly.
A mistake which would become costly. At approximately 10 a.m., sustained winds measured 26 miles per hour, with gusts reaching upwards of 40 miles an hour. These winds would whip every balloon around. Not even that many would even make it to the end of the parade. The intersection located at 72nd Street and Central Park West created a wind tunnel, created a gauntlet for the handlers to try and get through without the balloons toppling over. The Peter Rabbit balloon had previously tried to get through the intersection and nearly toppled over and hit the lamppost on the intersection. Peter Rabbit balloon was not damaged by this incident, but the lamppost was weakened.
There was loud applause as the Dr. Seuss character approached 72nd Street, a favorite spot for spectators. The wide cross street forms a powerful wind tunnel effect. The balloon teams had to run a kind of gauntlet, pulling at their balloons with the huge crowd cheering encouragement.
Later in the parade, the Cat in the Hat would pass this intersection and was thrown by the crosswinds created by the gauntlet and hit the same lamppost, bouncing off it at first, and then another gust of wind would strike it into the same lamppost, causing the horizontal metal arm to break off.
The giant Cat in the Hat balloon had only traveled a couple of blocks when it was caught in this exclusive amateur videotape, high winds carrying it right into a lamppost at 72nd Street. Suddenly, it knocked off a large section of the light, which then fell into a crowd of people standing on the sidewalk.
Huge wind gust came down, hit that light post right on top, sprung a big leak. A big chunk about 4 feet long fell right down to the crowd.
First thing I did was cover my head, try to move out of the way, but it hit me on my foot.
As handlers struggled to bring the balloon under control, police and EMS rushed to help 4 people who were injured. 2 suffered head injuries. 1 woman is in serious condition. Mayor Giuliani met with the families of the 2 women, also doctors.
And obviously they're very distraught, and they're praying, and they're hoping that it turns out all right. We'll see what happened here. If this is something that can be corrected in the future, we'll correct it. We'll find out what happened.
And so they would brace themselves, really hunker down, and then the guy would give a series of short whistles, and they would run with the balloon. Well, it hit, and it sort of bounced off the lamppost, but then another gust of wind pushed it right back down on it, and that's when it just snapped and came down.
The broken lamp shot into the crowd, injuring several people. It was the worst accident in parade history.
The 100-pound light fixture snapped like a Lego piece and fell into the crowd, injuring 4 spectators.
A young woman was hospitalized with brain injuries, sparking negative press headlines.
Police identified the 2 more seriously injured spectators as Maria Closey and Kathy Corona. The 2 other spectators suffered bruised cheeks. The worst injuries were sustained by Kathy Corona, with the accident landing her in a coma that would last for almost a month, as her injuries were serious, so serious to the point of nearly being fatal. After colliding with the lamppost, the Cat's famous hat was completely deflated, and the balloon continued along the parade route despite the incident and damages.
I think it looks better when it's broken. This is great.
He finally limped away from the parade at 36th Street, just a few blocks shy from Herald Square. Corona would later sue Macy's, the City of New York, and the lampost's manufacturer for $395 million. The suit claimed that Macy's was careless, reckless, and negligent in its operation of the 1997 parade and disregarded the dangers to the public. The suit was later settled for an undisclosed amount in 2001.
And a $385 million lawsuit against Macy's and New York City. As good as the parade is for Macy's and other advertisers, it's even better for the city. New York thrives on tourism, and on Thanksgiving Day alone, tourists spend an estimated $20 to $30 million. So the public image of the parade and the city had to be protected. A mayoral task force was set up to examine past procedures.
It surprised me how these balloons were operated. There had been times in the history of the parade where some of the handlers had a tough time holding the balloons. As big as they were, as strong as they might have been, these balloons did tend to sway too much left to right.
The city ordered changes in the parade. Perhaps the most important, a strict size limit on balloons. No balloons could now be taller than 70 feet high. That meant some balloons, Bart Simpson for one, would have to be retired.
Following the incident, new rules were implemented to allow for future, safer parades. Restrictions included the balloon sizes being limited to 70 feet tall, 78 feet long, and 40 feet wide. The balloons would also be equipped with more handling lines and 2 utility vehicles serving as an anchor and a guide.
And on Parade Day in 1998, the New York City Police, for the first time, would be on scene to make the final decision on which balloons would fly and which ones would sit on the bench.
If the weather conditions really are too severe, then we just are not going to tolerate the balloons being flown at all.
What is critical, that lift can be anywhere from 400 to 600 pounds of pull. So it meant a lot of energy from the handler team was going into just holding this balloon down.
A wind threshold was also put in place, claiming giant balloons could not fly if sustained winds reached 23 miles per hour and gusts reached over 34 miles per hour. In early 1998, 5 balloons were permanently retired from the parade due to them being too big, too awkward, or in the case of the Cat in the Hat, inappropriate, as a Macy spokesperson put it. Despite the balloon's permanent retirement from the parade, the balloon was last confirmed to exist in the Macy's Parade warehouse in November 2016. And since this, the character of the Cat in the Hat has never appeared in the parade ever again. Maybe that's for the best. The balloon has now got a permanent reputation of causing the worst accident ever and nearly killing a woman. That is some reputation to have, and that is fully deserving of being eliminated. The voters spoke completely right here, and the voters who probably didn't vote for him probably weren't even aware of the accident. So I hope you've learned something new today, because yeah, the Cat in the Hat, you deserve to be eliminated for nearly killing a person. But anyway, goodbye, no one will miss you. But yes, we now do the wheel spin. And who is going to be the next group up for elimination? Okay, this hasn't happened for a while. Group 29 again. I wonder who's going to be eliminated next.